If you don't see anything wrong with this, then you are clearly part of the problem. Sometimes things are so evident, so obvious that it takes literally someone who is a fool or foolish to disagree. And if a person disagrees with this take, if a person disagrees with or have a contrary view, you are a fool or foolish. There is no ifs, ands, buts, or about it. Now, if we talk about what's the problem with the youth today, sometimes we can talk about particularly with the black community or black culture, I should say subculture, and also what's a problem with rap. And couple that with what's wrong with parenting. All of this meets up with this one child. This, I don't know if he's 8, 9-year-old, this little kid who they have determined to make him as demonic as possible, to let him appeal to the worst of the worst, the lowest of the low in society. Listen to this. You tell me if you can find anything that worth not being enraged about. Now, I try to blur out as much of the words as I could, but this 8, 9-year-old kid flashing money, talking about oral sex and so forth. We're gonna play it again. I'm gonna back it up. I want you to be shocked. I want you to be outraged. I want you to be angry, and I want you. I wish someone would even find the parents. These are parents, whoever the parents are. I don't know if they're around or not. Whoever is responsible for this child, they need to be dragged off. They need to be locked away somewhere. You don't need to have access to children. I don't say ever. Maybe you can be changed. But with this kid, you have failed. You have made this kid into something that the devil is proud of. So now I want to just notice what he's saying. If she ain't, yeah, this is a little kid talking about oral sex. Let's continue. Maybe it gets not as demonic. Then you can get the F up out my, yeah. Now, I'm just wondering, not just about this little kid, but the people that are around him. And you see certain people in the background, and these are young folks as well. And again, this is the problem, again, with our culture. And this is just me saying this as a black person. This is us. This is us doing it to ourselves. Bitch, we in that kid. We gonna take him down. 12, get behind. We gonna do 60 miles. I remember these. Keep on talking, bitch. I remember these. Now, number one, you don't have a Lamborghini. You can't drive a Lamborghini. Your feet can't hit the pedals. You don't. Now, this guy isn't some sort of superstar, so he hadn't made that kind of money, but I think that's what they're going for at all costs. Now, what I want you to say, I want to move it to the end. Yeah, these are the wonderful role models around this kid. All of them need to go somewhere. You don't need to have access to kids. I hope they don't have kids. If they do, their kids need to be somewhere other than them. This is a problem. Now, remember, this is what the Bible says. This was happening. Someone will say it's okay. This is fine. It's okay for kids to do this. It's okay for kids to do some sort of exotic dancing. All of this stuff is okay. This is wonder why rap, for the most part, is just trash. Why? The Bible says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who substitute darkness for light and light for darkness. Who substitute bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what this is. That's clearly what this is. You're causing this kid who, I don't know what his life could have been. I don't know what his life is going to be. Maybe that this is going to be a horrible episode in his life that he gets past. I don't know. But what's the likelihood? Let's just be honest. What is the likelihood? Because we've seen this over and over. This is a replay. Now, this is more graphic. Usually, parents would decide before they want to destroy their kids, they'll let the kid become a teenager or early 20s before they start doing this stuff. Now, of course, nowadays you're letting kids indulge this stuff, just consume it, and so it's going to come out. And so what's the likelihood of what's going to happen to this kid? The likelihood that he is going to be some sort of fine, upstanding citizen? Obviously, the Lord can intervene. If the Lord does not intervene, then we can see a kid who might be in jail, who might be killed, might kill someone, on his way out, may father a few kids, may destroy the lives of some other women, some other young ladies as well. This is what typically happens, and I know this from just being in that environment. Now, granted, no one in my generation ever allowed their kids at this age to do anything like that. As a matter of fact, at my age, first of all, at my age, we didn't have that kind of music in rap. We didn't have that. But now we have degraded ourselves into to a level so low. Just when you thought it couldn't get as bad as it could get, just when you thought that rap couldn't devolve any further, just when you thought that Satan couldn't find new ways to harm a community and to destroy children, well, we see this. And what does the Bible say? What does Jesus say? He says, but Jesus said, let the children alone and do not hinder them from coming to me, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. Now, this isn't a kid that's on his way to Jesus and someone's stopping them. But hindering is hindering, whether they were on their way or whether they would have, or the possibility. You hindering this child, you deserve a whole lot worse than what Jesus. Now, Jesus does say that if a child, now it speaks about a believing child, one of these believing ones, if you cause them to stumble, it's better for you to have a millstone hung around their neck. Now, is this to imply the child must be a believing child or one that would be believing? I'll deal with that some other time, but do not think that you're going to get off scot-free if you're doing this to your own child. I just want to know who the parent is. I want someone to find me, alert me to who the parent of this child is. Whoever you are, you're a horrible parent. Whoever the adults are, you're horrible. Whoever the people that are producing this, whoever the people that are putting money into this, whoever just thinks this guy's got some, bars or some skills, what have you, you're horrible too. There's enough horrible accolades to go around because what you're doing to this child, and you won't stop with this child. The same folks that would put this child in this situation are the same folks that would traffic a young kid. And there's no difference. And anyone that disagrees, something is wrong with you. This is a problem with the black community. This is a problem with the community writ large. This is a problem with lack of parenting. This is a problem with the music scene, particularly rap. This is a problem with America, and no one seems to care.